questions. I didn't know what I was going to talk about tonight because I always go into Bacchanal Thursday not knowing what I was going to talk about. Because that's the point. We just want it to be a party. We want everybody to let loose. So grab a White Claw, grab a cigarette if that's your thing, grab some meth if you want, and strap on in. I will cover this. I won't harp on it. Right before this, I had the pleasure and the pain of one John Melendez, Stuttering John. If you don't know him, your life is probably going well. He sent me the link because he was offended by some things that I said last night about him on Keanu cast. And I didn't think that I was that offensive. What, Michaeline? What? Yes?
No.
Hello?
I think I might have said some stuff too.
Oh, yes. I'll get to it. I'll bring you
Okay,
back.
so go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Michaeline will be here soon. So, John Melendez. Last night we had the lovely, far better half of Anthony Cumia, Missy, on our program. And we had the best time with her. Not only are we great friends with her, not only are we great friends with Anthony, we shot the shit. We talked maybe this much about Stuttering John. He was so offended. Stuttering John, if you don't know him, many of you may not. He was a lol cow of the Howard Stern show back in the day, and I was a big Howard Stern fan. So, and I've always enjoyed hanging out with Stuttering John and talking with him on his program and having him on here. I really did. I always enjoyed him. I think I called him, I said it's like talking to a kindergartner, and albeit that was untoward. Are you giggling at Bejeweled or me or hello? Okay. Are you laughing at something?
I'm laughing at Tuki yelling at Ray.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. You're loud. So it's okay. It's just distracting. My betrothed. Don't say that word. It offends some people. So yes, Missy B was awesome. We had the best time. So Stuttering John was like a bit of a lol cow on Howard Stern, but you know what? Vibrant and brazen and funny. So of course I like going on his show. Of course he's always welcome here. I don't have an enemy. I don't make enemies, but I did make the mistake of calling him a kindergartner. But can you blame me? And to be fair, I talk to many men like they're kindergartners. I said I talk to him as you would maybe talk to a kindergartner. I talk to Visconti like that all the time. I can't help. It's not the glasses or anything. It's just the boy run media. I don't mean to offend them, but a lot of men do act like children. That's not that offensive. That's not that offensive at all. You can't blame me for that. And I even texted to apologize to him. I texted to apologize, but that man would not have it. I got one text back. He said, fuck off. Is that how a man in his 50s should talk to a 31-year-old lovely adult woman who's been nothing but nice to him? Nothing but nice to him. I have said the nicest things. He has, however, not said the nicest things about many of my friends, one being Anthony Cumia, one being Missy. I can't abide by that. But I can be diplomatic. Which I tried to stay. He wasn't having it, though. He was quite offended. Also, in the story, he free-willingly says he jerked off to me after he saw me at the show in Atlantic City when I was wearing the leather pants. Let your freak flag fly. I don't mind at all. Now he's calling me ugly and all these things. And listen, you can't say anything to hurt me more than my own brain hurts myself. God, stupid. God, Stuttering John. What am I going to do? He's being so mean to me. It can't hurt my feelings. But I would call that untoward. So my mother gets upset about that a little bit, but in a jovial way. She wasn't that upset. He called to apologize, and we squashed it. But there was really nothing to squash, So I was just shooting the shit with Missy, talking about Stuttering John. If he is an intelligent human being, which he claims he is, then he'll understand the joke and why he has his viewership and why people enjoy watching him, much like myself. To call him a kindergartner, would it have... Okay, so, all right. Next time, John, I sent him the link. If he comes on, I will talk to him like a middle schooler. Would that be better? At least middle schoolers jerk off, I would assume. I don't know. Michaeline has done nothing. I've done nothing. It's Bacchanal Thursday. He's a despicable child. Michaeline in the chat. Yes, but that's the allure. That's why it's funny. I can't be mean to him. He was nice to me. I've always been nice to him. I'm sorry I called you a kindergartner, but I'm not a real housewife of YouTube. I don't make up these feuds with people. If you really need to use me, Jonathan, to have something to talk about in your show, which I suppose is what I might be doing right now, but I had other things. It's Bacchanal Thursday. I'm allowed. Then I don't know what to do for you. You are no better than the people that you claim to hate. You are no better than Tomato Head Kevin Brennan. Excuse me, Neil Brennan's older brother, who's far less successful and less funny, and his children probably hate him. You are no better than Shuli, who you claim to hate, who's a great comedian and a great podcaster. You are no better than them and their entire show just talking about you. You're looking for reasons to dislike me, and I don't buy it, John. Kindergartner, that's really what you're upset about? I took it in stride when you've said anything bad about me. I texted him this, I will tell you. You know what? He said the most heinous things about one of my best friends, Chrissy. He says the most heinous things about Missy and Kumia, and I sit there and, try and be diplomatic, but why should I be at this point? You shouldn't hate them. You're ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I said, hey, John, why am I texting this 50-something-year-old man? I don't know. I hate hurting feelings. I don't like it. My thing is, I don't think in his brain, his feelings are actually hurt, which it hurts me that it's now being used as a way to, I don't know, just find something to talk about. He said on his show, this has been the best show ever. Well, I'm glad that I called you a kindergartner then. You should be thanking me. A+, John. A+ for you. I said, hey, John, because he emailed. That's the other thing. Bisconti neglects to tell me today. He comes home. Finally, he tells me, he goes, Stuttering John emailed me.
I told you when I saw the email.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got it earlier.
When do you think I checked the email?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Okay. So he doesn't even have the wherewithal to text or email me. He emails Bisconti and says, that's pretty misogynistic, if you ask me. He says, what was it? I've been nothing but nice to you both. Not cool. Something along those lines.
I could read it.
Why not email me? You have my email. You've called me before. You have my phone number. I immediately text him this. I immediately did. Because I don't like to burn bridges. I don't like to be mean to people. I like John. Let me like you. But if you can't take ball busting, then that's ridiculous. Okay, yes, this is what it says. Just giving you a heads up. To my betrothed, not to me.
That's me.
That,
I'm in your way.
that's
Sorry.
okay.
Those
They
are my
gonna see your no.
nostrils.
Don't. You're gonna get the
I'm not
Wi.
helping.
You're gonna fake break the sound again with your
I'm not
essence.
helping at all.
Your essence.
I'm sorry.
Your essence. Probably.
Shut up.
They missed my whole opening monologue. I think because of your essence. Just giving you a heads up. She called me a scumbag twice. First of all, those words have never. I don't. That's why it was confusing. I don't recall that. It's not something it's not in my normal like rhetoric or lexicon of like kiki. I don't really use the word scumbag. If I did, let me point out, can't you just laugh that like after seeing a woman in leather pants, jerking off to them and then talking about it later and then calling them and then saying, sorry if I offended your mother. Next time I'll jerk off to her too. Can't we agree that that might be at least a little scumbaggy? At least a little. I'm not offended. No one's offended. I understand wholeheartedly that I have an OnlyFans. I am not offended. Let your freak flag fly. It does not bug me in the slightest. But if I said the word scumbag, can't we just agree that that's maybe a little bit scumbaggy? Yes?
Do you know who uses the word scumbag?
Who?
Stuttering John.
Ah, okay.
So if I were Stuttering John writing an email because you said something and you didn't say scumbag that butt hurt me, what would I say you called me?
Scumbag.
That's all I'm going to say.
He uses the word scumbag. Sorry,
If you go back and watch, you don't call him that. And I'm talking again.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It makes sense. No, I don't typically use that word. If I said it, I apologize, but
you've called me a lot of things. You've never gotten to scumbag.
I use more like douche canoe, clown.
Oh, I love it. When we were first looking up, you called me clown.
I do. I like that word, but I say these things with love. I mean, I would be like, goofball. If I really hate someone, what do I call them? I don't really hate anyone. What would I call them? Subhuman, I might say. I didn't call him subhuman. That's when I'm really angry. So if I said scumbag, John, I apologize, but I don't think I did. And to that point, I think that just telling a woman or, I jerked off to you in the leather pants. When I laughed about it, I had no problem with it, but some people might think that that's kind of scumbaggy. My mother maybe thought it was a little scumbaggy. That's all. But she didn't say it either, I don't think. So, back to the email that he sent, not me, but my betrothed.
Scumbag.
My scumbag betrothed. Back to the email that he did not send to me, but to my scumbag betrothed. We love scumbags. We love scumbags. I wish I had called you a scumbag. Which I didn't. Okay, let me concentrate. So, first of all, misogyny. You have my number. You've called me before. You have my email. You sent me a link to your show this evening. You could have emailed me. You could have texted me and said, Keanu, what the fuck? That really hurt my feelings. And I would have explained to you and I would have apologized, much like I tried to. But no, couldn't send that email to me. Sent it to my betrothed. Misogynist. You're a misogynist. Sorry. You can apologize to me for that. That highly offends me. And also, he's an idiot. He doesn't know how to check an email.
That's one of the hardest I've ever laughed, and I think you're hilarious.
Chindan.
I love you, Chindan.
School!
Oh, you scumbag betrothed.
That's disgusting. So, back to the email that he sent to my scumbag betrothed. Just giving you a heads up, she called me a scumbag twice on her show last night. Now he's counting the time I said scumbag. I can't remember that I did. We'll have to go back and watch the replay. I've been nothing but nice to you both. Period. Uncool. Okay. It wasn't the angriest email I've ever heard. I immediately, though, to right my wrongs. If I said that, I want to apologize because he has been nothing but nice to me. But I have to, I'm doing a show and he has said really bad things about my friends. And we were just giggling. It was lighthearted. It was good-natured ribbing, as Neil Brennan's older brother would like to say. So I send him a text immediately. I was gobsmacked. I was heartbroken. Said, "Hi, John. I apologize if I spoke untowardly about you last night." Exclamation point. I meant it to be lighthearted and funny. If it didn't come off that way, I am truly sorry. Didn't mean to offend at all. I think you're great. I miss you, John. I miss you so much. I just know what I'm gonna do if John hates me. What am I gonna do? Gosh, I'm a scumbag. It's me. I'm kidding. I'm not. Always have fun. Always have a fun time chatting with you. And I sent a heart emoji.
I'll kill him.
So then, during his program, I super chatted. I gave him $5. Said John. I accidentally said John twice. Stupid. But I was in my feelings. I was, aghast. I said, John, I sent you a text. John. I'm the kindergartner. Me. Stupid. I said, John, I sent you a text. I sent him $5 on his program. I was in there the whole time going like, listen, we could talk this out. I sent you a link. Send me a link. What do I get from him? And this is not kindergarten language at all. Simply, fuck off. That's like a bullet. If your intention was to shoot an arrow through my heart, John. Bullseye.
Maybe that's a good one.
Stuttering John, come back to me, please. I'm fine, John. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you are who you are. I liked you. I've been nothing but nice. I don't care if you jerk off to me. Don't jerk off to me. Think I'm pretty. Think I'm not pretty. Jerk off to my mom. Think my mom's disgusting. Think I'm disgusting. I don't care. I find you entertaining and I've always been nice. I'm so sorry that I called you a kindergartner, but I would say that this is pretty kindergartenish behavior. It's okay, maybe it's sophomoric. Excuse me. What would you rather be? I don't know. It was a poison arrow. Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. So then I go on his show tonight. He sends me the link. And I just don't think he can, he's like, stop with the language, this betrothed. And I'm going like, how shall I speak? I can only talk one way. So then I was like, hey, John, help me figure out why you hate me so much. And then he blocked me. That's pretty kindergartenish behavior. And she's not apologizing in the way that I want. Instead of being an adult and having an adult conversation, understanding that maybe I had a guest on my show who's a close personal friend of mine, and we were just goofing on you because you are goofy. You are goofy. Stuttering John. Your name is Stuttering John. If I called up Howard right now, if I had his number, right, he would never answer me. I'm kidding. If I called up Howard right now and I said, John Melendez acts like a kindergartner, you know what Howard would say? 100%. He's goofy. It's hilarious. Wonderful. If your talent is being like a circus clown, it's hard to get into clown school. All right? It's great. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. If I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Do you think people take you seriously? There's a reason the Real Housewives of YouTube goof on you. You don't need to be one of them. I told you you're better than that. I can't just make up some fight with someone. I can't wipe the smile off my face and actually act mad at him because it's entertaining to me. But like, you don't actually have a problem with me. You don't. Maybe the problem is within. I've been nothing but nice. To quote the fairest man in the land with the best, smoothest, wonderful complexion, who's has more talent in his pinky nail probably than you have in your entire body, I might be out of the John Melendez business. This is how you're going to act. Not that you need me. You're a big star. You're a big star. You're a big clown. You are the best of the clowns. You don't need me, and maybe I'll just be out of your business. I'm a lowly, oh God, what am I gonna do? Let me stupid OnlyFans whore. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry about it. Try and quell your erection, John. And if you had any sort of wherewithal or balls, or you were, anything, you'd pop in here. I emailed you the link. You couldn't even email me your gripe with me. You had to email my betrothed. You're a misogynist now. There he is. Look at him.